In today's video, we are going to be looking at some manageable ways to make the African diet healthier. Number one, I was thinking about frying things. I know that people still have this idea that if something is fried, like fried chicken, fried meat, fried this, fried dodo, fried plantains, which is called dodo, or puff puff, or fish pie, all those fried things still have a lot of appeal. I don't know why, but there lies our problem. So if you want to make the African diet or your African diet healthier, I would recommend that you take it easy on the frying. Plantain right here, we can take this is ripe plantains, we can fry it to make dodo, right? Which is so yummy, but you know what happens if you eat dodo every day. I don't need to tell you what happens. Your waistline will let you know. But did you know that you can just slice this thinly and steam it and still have with your eggs? Yeah, it's gonna taste a little different, but that's a small minor tweak that you can make to create, something a little healthier in the kitchen. Let's fry less, let's use less oil in our cooking, especially frying, and adopt other means of cooking that does not involve like deep frying. To boil something, to steam something, to bake something. Another idea that came to mind is to stick closer to the natural form of that ingredient. For example, I'm going to be using plantains a lot. Again, this is plantains, a ripe one, and this is green plantains, right? And here is plantain flour. It is better to have plantain in its natural form than plantain that has been processed. The further removed it is away from nature, the unhealthier it becomes. Every time they process something or they dehydrate it, it's more convenient for sure, but dehydration concentrates calories. And so if you want something that is a little healthier, maybe less calories, because what we're driving at here is more nutrition, less calories, right? Try it. The beauty about the African cuisine is that you can take one ingredient and make so many dishes from it, convert it into so many forms. For example, take the bitter leaf. Bitter leaf is so healthy, medicinal plant and all of that. But you can take that bitter leaf and just stir fry it. You can take it and cook it the country way, which is just like basic, the bitter leaf with some kind of stock and some protein in it. And then you can also take that bitter leaf and start to add things like egusi. Egusi is melon seeds to make bitter leaf egusi. Or you can take bitter leaf and add peanuts to the bitter leaf to make ndole, what is referred to as ndole. You can already see we have like 4 different ways of preparing bitter leaf right there. The least healthy way, especially if you're trying to control your weight, will be bitter leaves that is made with peanuts, because the peanuts are extremely calorie dense. So ndole, even though it is clean, made up of natural ingredient, if you're trying to be conscious about your weight, you probably want to just eat the version of bitter leaf that does not have the egusi or the peanuts inside. The point I'm trying to make, guys, is for every ingredient or whatever ingredient that you're trying to use to cook with, try not to use egusi or peanuts if you are trying to manage your weight. Not because the egusi or peanut is unhealthy, but because the egusi or the peanuts introduces extra calories that you probably you don't need. Like if you're already struggling with your weight, you want to be reducing, looking for ways to cut calories from your diet so that your body can burn the excess body fat. That's what you're trying to do. Try that. I hope that works for you. And I cannot end this video without addressing the drinks. My ancestors did not drink beer, like alcohol, beer from a bottle. They didn't drink beer, and they did not drink Fanta and Coke and Sprite and all the fizzy drinks. Okay, and this is a major source of calories and unhealthy things in the modern African diet. We can go back to our roots. Think about what your great-grandmother would drink. For me, it would be something known as sha. Sha is fermented, sprouted corn that is made into a drink and then fermented. That is so healthy. We're talking about probiotics. The grain has been sprouted. The best way to consume grains is to sprout the grains. So the sha was very healthy, had no added sugar. I think about white mimbo or matango, mro in limbo. It was the sap of some tree. They did something and they got a drink out of a tree. Natural, 100% pure, no added sugar. So those are the things that our ancestors drank. We really have to just think about that as we think about our diet. How can we go back to the old ways? How would your great-grandmother consume this thing that you are about to consume? We have that mindset. If we use that as a filter, we can begin to go back to our roots. When we connect back to our roots, we get well in the body and in the spirit as well.